Hello and welcome to my home. My name is Jackie, and y'all know I'm a fan of Dooney and Bourke. So I figured let's do a video showing you some of the different variations in leather finishes and products that Dooney has made over time. Now, today, when you go to the website, you can go to dooney.com, you can see sort by material types, and you can say smooth leather, pebbled leather, exotic, which is printed stamp. They do some exotics, like it's not like they've never done an alligator bag or crocodile bag, but most of the Denison line is a stamped cowhide to look like a print. There's a giraffe print. There's lots of cool things, an ostrich print. So it's imprinted in the leather to look like an ostrich leather. It's not actually from an ostrich. But let's talk about some of my favorite leathers. So we all know my favorite leather type is a Florentine. Now, this is an older Florentine bag. So this is not part. So they used to come like this. They used to say um, genuine Florentine Vachetta leather, right? And this is an older bag. And most of all the Florentine leathers are going to have the telltale green collar suede interior. And inside this bag is leather lined. Now, they're not all like this. Some are, some aren't, some are red. They'll have the green collar suede. This is one of my favorite bags. This is part of the Locket collection. The Locket collection just means the way this closes like this. So this is one of the leather finishes, and I love this. Now, here's the thing. The color of the material, what color they make this with, the red feels different than the black, than the navy, than this brown, than the natural. So even though they're all treated the same in the tannery, the colors that are dyed in this Florentine family finish does feel different. The vintage of the leather will feel different. How old the leather is will feel different. An older bag will feel different than a newer bag. As this ages, it gets softer. So let me show you some other versions of what Dooney has done in the past. So this is one of the leathers that they did many, many, many years ago. Now, this particular collection is from the Parasol collection, but this leather is the tawny leather, and you can still find the tawny bags, leather type. It's very smooth, very beautiful leather. The Parasol line has this rubber boot, but this leather type was used in other bags, not just the Parasol line. Another beautiful leather. That one has aged really well. Like, that's one of those bags that just keep on going. And then this is one of my favorite leather types of all time. They don't make this collection anymore. This is called the Tuscana leather, and this is one of the most beautiful bags I have ever owned, will ever own. I I absolutely cherish this bag. I got this from a friend. I had to sweet talk her into letting me have it. I traded her. I don't even know how much stuff I traded to her to get this bag out of her hands and I might have even paid for this one. I bought some of her bags. We traded bags to get this out of her collection. She likes a really big bag. So this is also a little smaller for her, but like all collectors, it is gorgeous, and it's really hard to part with gorgeous. Now, this strap came with a web strap, not a leather strap, but I love this bag. This has the, different features on it, beautiful leather type. This is aged really well. Again, the interior is that this is a brown collar, not a green collar. And again, this is a leather interior bag too. Okay, so let's go on. Now, when I find these in the pre-loved market, I try to buy them every time I can in any colorway. I love this line of leather. It is just beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, moving along. This next bag, the style of this bag is called the mail bag. This is the medium mail bag, but this leather finish is Florentine, but in the Toledo. So the Toledo is a different type of finishing on the same type of leather. So a regular Florentine is more matte. This Toledo finish is more shiny. This is the way I had it stored. Bad me. But anyhow, this is a beautiful, beautiful bag. This is my number 2 favorite bag in my collection out of Dooney and Bourke. And probably just, it's one of those bags that if I use, I keep wanting to use, so I have to try not to use it. You pull up, there's another bag underneath here. I forgot the name of this leather finish, but this is another smooth leather version. And it's also, again, part of that locket collection, this type of locking mechanism. A little bit different. I can't remember. I really can't remember the name of this finish, but this is another smooth leather finish that they used to make not too long ago, and they don't make it anymore, not right now. They also have this one, which is current. You can actually get, this is the Wexford leather. This is a slightly grained, very smooth, feels beautiful, soft leather. Very beautiful leather. I also have the Penrose. The Penrose is another finish type for the Florentine. And I didn't bring it, I didn't get it out, but now that I'm talking about it, I'm like, oh, I better show that one too. So this one is the Penrose satchel. Now this is in the color ash, and this is also Florentine, green color. But as you can see, this is a different type of Florentine. The pebbles look different in the grain, right? It's smooth, it's still smooth leather. This is more of a matte smooth, where a lot of the Florentine is more of a, not as matte, not as matte. Let me see if I can find another example of Florentine so I can show you. Wait, is that, oh, well, while we're at it, let me show you this one too. So this is the traditional tried and true. Everybody knows this bag. This is the large Sari bag. This is a smooth leather with pebbled leather. This is the classic. This is what everybody thinks of when they think of Dooney. They think of this finish. This is the all-weather classic leather bag. This one. And let me show you a vintage. This is also, well, not quite vintage. We think this came out 2012, 2013. This is also Florentine leather, as you can see. Older style, had that little stamping. This one does not have the leather collar, but this is a Florentine leather, which is the same as, this is a Florentine Penrose leather. But you see how the finish is a little bit different. This is a matte finish, and this is more of a smooth, leathery, shinier finish. And then if you compare this one to this is the Toledo finish. These are both Florentine leather. Okay, same finish type. This one is the tawny leather, a little bit more glossy. This one is the Tuscan leather. Yep. And this is the tried and true Florentine that we all love and adore. But that's not all Dooney does. Dooney does even more than this. Dooney does, through the ages, this is a Alto. Now, I made this glossy. This is not normally this glossy. The finish is normally a little bit more a dull matte shiny versus a super shiny. So I used a finish on this to make it super shiny, and I love it. But also, so that is a dressed up one. This one is a not dressed up yet, but will be soon. So this is what the aged Florentine or aged Alto line collection will look like. The Alto collection finish is a smooth leather made in Italy. They're always made in Italy. They normally always have silver hardware. They normally have this type of a emblem. Let me see if you can get a better look at that. It has Dooney and Bourke right up here. This is a beautiful, beautiful bag. It's this shaping its way. And then we're not done yet, guys. This is the newer version of Nylon. Yeah, this is the Nylon. Is this Nylon canvas or Nylon? There's two different types. One's Nylon and one's canvas. And this is I think I might have remembered wrong. This one might be, where is this is the dome satchel, one of my favorite. types. And it doesn't say. I'm going to say this is a nylon, woven nylon. It has that nylon feel, but there's a shiny nylon and then there's this nylon. This is the current newish nylon. And you're like, Jackie, what are you talking about canvas? This is an older version of a canvas. So this is just a pen I have on there, but this is a 12, more of a cotton 12 canvas. So this is an older bag. Now the cabaret style bag, their cabaret style finish line is like this line. It has this type of emblem and it has a style number on it. And it has a duck on it. This is really cool. Most of these are made in America. This one doesn't have the crossbody. The interior looks like so. There's a leather base, and this is the back of my pen. So I like buying nylon bags or canvas bags like this so I can put my pens on there because I love pens and I love Disney, and why not? So this doesn't have the crossbody bag or strap on it, but that's fine. I have plenty of crossbody straps. So I don't let things like that deter me from buying. So let me show you another version of a canvas. Now this is an old school bag. They don't make this one anymore. This is, I think, the large sack, or the large sack is the name of this bag. Beautiful Dooney and Bourke canvas. About 15, 20 years ago, they were still making this type of pattern. This is just a beautiful denim type material. It's just absolutely gorgeous. This is a great condition. It has a great strap. I love everything about this bag. I love using it. And this has a different clasp. You know, it has a key kind of a clasp. It has a tan interior instead of a red interior. You know, there's so many different variations in the world of Dooney and Bourke and what they've done over time, but their quality is amazing. That these bags are still with us, still being used. People are still getting tired of them because I keep finding them in the pre-loved market. I feel like I rescue bags. I feel like my job is to rescue bags. Let me show you another one. This is another type of leather, and this is also a made in Italy bag. I don't know the name of the style, but it's just a hobo sack. Beautiful, different type of finish on it also. And this is just like, people think of Dooney and they think, oh, my grandmother had that bag. They might have had this one, but what about this one? You know, and if that's not enough variation for you, or modernation, not modern enough, this is a bag. This is a newer version of that same print, that classic DB print. This is an Alto. This is an Alto collection bag made in Italy with vachetta, and this is a beautiful bag. I always buy this one. I think I have this in 4 different variants because I love this bag so much. I love that bag. It's just a great, great bag. And then I'm trying to pull out this other, again, I have it in variants. This is another bag. This is an older version with a metallic leather and a different Dooney and Bourke monogram, or actually words. That's words. And I love that bag. Every time I see that bag, I try to buy that bag. Every time. To the point I need to stop looking. This is the Denizen type of print I'm talking about. This is cowhide that's been printed to look like an exotic leather. Now, this is part of the Bayou collection from way back when. They don't make the collection anymore, but they do make the Denizen line, which still uses this textured leather. This particular bag is no longer being produced. Well, with this bamboo handle and this type of attachment, this is the classic zip. So they still make the zip. This is the baby version of the zip, and this is called the Bitsy, right? So yeah, they've been making this one for I love this bag. I could have this bag in every color they make and still want more. Oh, and I want to pull out this one because this is one of my more current hobo bags. This is also Florentine. This is the Florentine leather I'm talking about. This is a more modern. I bought this 3 months ago. Again, it has the leather interior with a green suede collar. So this bag and this bag are the same types of leather. Same finishes, but you can tell the grain on this one is a little, this one is a thicker feel to it, hand feel. It feels thicker, the leather's a little bit more stiff, even though this is an older fat bag. This is a newer bag, and this has a bit of a smoother grain. It's still the same leather finish type. Still made in Italy, still the same, 24 karat plated, gold, which is why it has this bright gold color. And still beautiful. So I just wanted to show you guys some of the different variations over the years from the new, this is a newer bag from like 3 months ago, brand new from the website, to a bag, which let me show you the bag I'm using today. Is this bag. This is an older bag. This is also a made in Italy bag, but this is a mock croc, and I used it like this. So this is an old-fashioned bag, an older bag, still absolutely fabulous. You can still find them on eBay. And this is just my accessories. So this is how I made something that's super current and trendy, the Labubu, but something that's old and out of the closet, which is this bag. And then this is something I just really wanted to use, and I found a way to use it. So I have interest, sparkle, and it's just a unique bag. And maybe by itself it's a little too blah and boring, and okay, that's grandma's church bag. But then when you do this, it's a lot more fun. So don't let something like that not inspire you to do this. So anyhow, have fun with your bags, use your bags, look at the older bags in your closet, use bags like this, decorate them up. They can still be just as much fun today as they were 20 years ago. I love this bag. I love all my bags. We know I love all my bags. I have 500 of them because I love my bags. And even though I feel like, oh, I have so many bags, I should buy more, I can't help it. I keep finding more variations that Dooney did that I didn't know existed, and I'm still finding this out. I'm still finding new finishes and new leathers and new things that they've done that I didn't know had happened since they've been doing this since 1970. Was it 75? I think one of these things have a date. Dooney's been Dooney, So I love Dooney, and I want to share that love, and I want to share that experience. And these are the best bags, and I have a lot of bags that I keep going back to year after year, day after day. I get a used Dooney, and I am the happiest human you've ever met. I get a new Dooney, and I am dancing. I just love Dooney and Bourke bags. I love their style. They're very me. I like the utility of them. I like the quality of them. I love how they age. I like them when they're older. I like them when they're newer. They're both awesome. And I just love leather. So anyhow, thank you so much for watching my video. Do you have any of these fun finish types? Did you know about all these finish types? What was your favorite finish type? Mine is the Florentine. It will always be the Florentine. If they still made the Tuscan, or that one would be my favorite, hands down, every time. But they don't make that one anymore. So out of the current lineup, I will always go for a Florentine leather bag. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching my video, and have a fabulous day.